Hi there, this is Spencer here with my project submission for DA622. So what we have here is a continuation of last semester where I was working on my World Check project where we search names into this program called World Check for our auditing purposes to see if there's any corruption instances. And what this World Check does is it searches for various characteristics of a person, but the one we're looking for is politically exposed persons. So that could be anybody from a legal background or in politics of some sort in various countries, so that we don't violate any anti-corruption laws in the United States. So let me just run the program really quick. Let's just run and pull it up, and I'll tell you what exactly we're doing here. So right here we have the names file, select names file, the select CSV file, and the activate patron check button. So all these buttons are going to serve their various purposes, and we're going to just go in order here. The select names file, this would be very important. So all this is a single column of just names based on the tutorial I give my coworkers. They are to format it in just a singular column. That helps us keep it organized and everything kind of uniform. So we're going to select the name file, and what's important about this is that this is what the names we're going to use for the rest of the operations in this script here. So really quick, just name file successfully stored, and then I'm going to save it here as name files stored. Boom. Names processed and saved to a new Excel file. All right, and so now we're going to do what we did in the last World Check, which is we're going to take all of the names that are going to be corresponded to our people that we are looking for. So they're going to match up to the 4 we're looking for. So I did this earlier. These are just exported files from World Check, the website. These are, 4 names that I personally manually looked in and exported from the database. And so what this is doing is it's concatenating I'm just going to save it as CSV concat. Perfect. All right, and you can see here just a quick printout of all the various concatenated information that we need for our information. So now this is the best part. We get to do the activate patron check. So the activate patron check, last time what we did is we did the manual file load. And that was just the regular process for the script. What that entails is you have your list of names. So I had my 4 names for this course, and the list of names that I put in, I would send to my administrator or my manager, and they would search it up through a SQL database, and then they would send a report back to me. And sometimes that would take up to 3 days, just because of the volume and the load of what we're doing. And so this is just gonna be a lot quicker. Instead of me, emailing names to a particular person, this will take the names file we inputted from earlier and just run the names through our SQL operation, so through our database, excuse me. And that just gives us a lot quicker information on the patrons in our database. So we're gonna run this really quick, and you can see it running down there. And then we'll get some output from the SQL query. And so now we get to the best part, which is it saves all of the SQL matches that we possibly have for PEPs, which is very helpful for a quicker process. So I'm just gonna kill our program here and get us loaded in here on the actual code. All right, so you can see up here we have the various packages I've inputted and the various functions. Let me just quickly go over some of the overview, and then we'll go through some of the functions. So down here, I just have my root TK and my various buttons and all of that. And then up here, we're going to start with just our first functions and keep on going. So the name check function, this is how we input our name file. And you'll see I have some lowercase, I'm stripping the white space, I'm doing all of that and manually storing it. And you can examine this in greater detail, but this saves us to a new file that we use in the future functions. All right, and so now I have a data frame here for the consolidate. And this is what we're going to do to concatenate all our CSV files that we're given. Now, note that the CSV files are given the same format when they come out. But with that, we need to be able to do various operations to them. So, it's asking us to open the files, and then we're going to get, put all of our, for our various our CSV files given. We're going to do a for loop to, do various operations on them. So you can see we set the full names. There's various things you can look through here. We're gonna, we're doing the same thing we did with the names file, which is move everything to lowercase, check to see if the match name is empty before proceeding. And then we append those. If not, we do this right here. So then we go to the other columns and do the same thing. All right, moving on here. This is the section where we concatenate all of them into one single master file and create a new file, and that's what we're going to use for the future. All right, let's look at patron master. So this is how we get our new buttons open for the manual file load or the SQL operation. And for based on what you're going to do, that's just going to give you a better option there. All right, so this is going to be the important part for the future of the SQL operations, is the check matron match. So what this is doing is, like it says, it checks if the name and year in the patron row matches any name and year in the master data frame. So the patron concat name and year of birth, in the converted name and the date of birth extracted. So what this is doing is it's just tracking and making sure that the date of birth are transferred into a format that we can use, and checking those for the SQL and manual patron files. And this is going to be very similar to last time. What this is doing is taking the various, asks for the patron Excel file, it compares it, and if there's a match, it will save those matches. Here's the same thing for the SQL file. And again, unfortunately, I can't have this be run on personal computers. This is a work laptop, and this is our servers, so we can't really do that for the people. So I'll have some of the information kind of not included in the final product. But this is going to be what we do here. So this is our SQL portion. So what we're doing, we're taking all the first names from the past, and we're using those from the names file, and we're using that in our, you can see here, first name placeholder and last name placeholder in our grand SQL statement here. So we're selecting all these various columns as what we need. After that, we're moving down to the other parts of the code where we're making it look nice and pretty and help us consolidate into a better usable information for us. And after that, it saves it and we end. So it's just a very simple code, to be honest with you, about consolidating and moving everything together so that we can better analyze it. So thank you.